My name is Steve Williams, and I'm a rider of the 14 and the 23. I also am a staff person at Power, People Organized to Win Employment Rights. That was a plan. And happy to be here because Power actually began as an organization organizing general assistance recipients who were forced to clean Muni buses. Jobs that were once performed by unionized civil service employees, but then the city, in the transition towards workfare, or what they called workfare, began using workfare workers to do the work that was once performed by city employees, providing buses for all of us that are free from graffiti and dirt. I think it's critical that we think about the issues of affordability then for Muni. One of the great ironies is right now that as service is getting worse and worse, we're having to pay more and more to ride the fewer and fewer buses that are rolling around the city. It is absolutely critical that we concentrate on the issue of affordability because that ultimately will allow us to build a movement, a coalition that actually represents the ridership of Muni. This is an exciting meeting, but this doesn't represent the ridership of the 14, the 38, the 23, the 67. We have to think about community outreach, just like Joel was talking about. We have to begin talking to the people who are dependent upon the buses, and that will ultimately allow us to create the movement that is loud enough to override the voices of the car drivers and downtown businesses. So first we have to think about affordability. The second issue is that I think we have to think about, in terms of funding this, we have to really think about differential service. This is a question that other folks in the room, especially Mark Norton, have raised for a long time. A lot of the Muni service goes through downtown. The businesses downtown benefit from the centralized service that ultimately goes through that corridor. They should ultimately have to pay a higher rate for that service than, say, for example, the business owners out on 3rd Street who get very little service. And then finally, in terms of, in terms of the organizing of this, it is absolutely critical that we think about language access, and it's not appropriate that we have individual people who are providing translation, but ultimately in future meetings, it is critical that we provide translation services so that all people in San Francisco are able to participate in this movement.
Thank you, sir, and you can be the one to organize that.